Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to weeks 5 and 6 of 2020's training roll-up. 5 and 6 were pretty easy training weeks overall. Week 5 I spent all down in San Antonio watching my little brother graduate from basic training, which was a super cool thing to see, and it gave me an opportunity to kind of get out of the gym for a little while. Not that I needed the deload, not that I was really experiencing any fatigue, but it was just nice because, I mean, I can only do so much because of my shoulder surgery, and to be really honest, I just kind of needed a mental break from the gym, which was nice. So I spent most of week 5 doing physical therapy stuff, doing a lot of E-stim, working on the shoulder, working on stretching, mobility, etc. There's some footage in here from week 5 where I was at my physical therapist appointments, and she actually recorded me doing some stuff, and that'll be in the video, but walking me through all of the at-home training that I get to do, which brings me to what we're doing now. So I'm at week 12 post-surgery, which super cool, super awesome, because now I get to do different things. For instance, I'm doing some cable stuff, so some cable resistance types exercise, actually working on strength now. I'm also starting to incorporate a lot of TRX, the handle strappy doos. You'll see them in the video. TRX is good, and again, it's really nice to have some strength-based stuff that has to do with my upper body. If you've never had to not train your upper body for 3 months now, it's just kind of hard to explain if you're used to training and then all of a sudden you can't actually train successfully. It really kind of wrecks you. So mentally, at least, it was nice to get the break. It was nice to do the strength-based work, and that leads us into week 6. Week 6 went really well. First time I've seen 2 plates on the safety squat bar post-surgery. A little context on that, it was recommended by my surgeon and my physical therapist that I keep my rep ranges really high and keep the load rather light, so kind of dialing back the intensity a little bit. The whole point of that was to not put my body under too much stress while it heals from the surgery, which is a fairly significant amount of stress. I mean, they drilled holes, I think it was like 12 holes into the bone for the rotator cuff alone. It's something weird, because I know it's like, there's 2 sides, whatever. Drilled a lot of holes, did a lot of things. Why put your body under more stress than it really needs to be? So it's nice to be able to dial up the intensity, do some weight. 2 plates on the SSB, it looked kind of funny, and it felt good. I only did a set of 4, but that set of 4 felt like an RPE 7, which is slightly pathetic, but it is what it is. Also nailed some belt squat, which I'm really loving this belt squat setup I've got. If you haven't watched my video on how I set up my belt squat yet, go ahead and click up here and I'll link it above. Really innovative way, especially if you have lever arms of any sort. Even if you make lever arms out of wood, I've seen some clever setups. Using my landmine as the foot, I mean, I've had to spend almost $0, I think. So I bought a new multi-belt, so that was 90 bucks. So I spent 90 bucks on my belt squat setup, and I had my brother make me the loading pin, which if you haven't seen that video, might be the same video. I think it's the same video. You'll still link it up there though. But I hope you guys enjoy weeks 5 and 6 roll-up. Just for future reference, I'm probably only going to start doing these video logs once every other week. It just seems like it would make more sense just from a repetitive thing. So if you disagree, if you want to see one every week, if you watch it and it motivates you, or if you just like to watch me flail around, or whatever reason you have for coming and watching this video, comment down below. Give me some encouragement if you do watch. And if you don't think that I should post these once a week, let me know. Just comment and I'll read it, I'll respond to it. I think I respond to almost every single comment. Other than that, enjoy weeks 5 and 6, and I'll see you here at the end.
Start with your hands in a Y position, so all the way up at the top. So step back until you have tension on the bands and your hands are in the appropriate position. Good. Now, pulling back on the bands and pulling your elbows down and your shoulder blades together, bring your hands down into a goalpost position. Pulling your hands back. Good. Now keeping them pulled back, press them straight back over your head. Again, squeeze together, pull down and back, keep your hands pulling back on the straps the whole time, press up.
So there's the promised physical therapy routine, and now we're just going to roll straight into footage. So like promised, here is 2 plates with the SSB. This is the Titan SSB. I recently got a little bit of hate on the old Instagrams because I may have tried to stir the pot a little bit too much on the whole Titan versus American manufacturing thing. But you know what? I really got to give Titan credit. Their SSB is pretty awesome compared to the Rogue one and the Bells of Steel one. Anyways, those squats felt really good. And moved on to, I actually did some good mornings, which are super boring to show people. So these split squats, which I rig up using my safety strap, which if you click on the link up above, you can see how I set up my safety strap so that it doesn't, accidentally fall out as I'm doing these movements. This is an awesome thing though. Like, this is only 113 pounds. But you know what? When you haven't done them in a long time, it really takes a lot out of you. And for whatever reason, I completely forgot to do these. So I did them again. Now we're looking at belt squat. Again, if you haven't seen my belt squat video, go back and watch it. If you have lever arms or you're creative and somewhat mechanically minded, you could easily make yourself a lever style belt squat. I just really like the way that mine is set up, and I owe a lot to my kid brother who just had a baby. Congrats on the manufacturing of the plate loading posts, which if you're interested, get me on Instagram. So my Instagram handle is @the_KurtLocker. Hit me up and I can arrange any sort of fabrication stuff that you want. Then what you're looking at is I do a top set of 5, and it's supposed to be like an RPE 8. That last one you saw was definitely not an RPE 8. It was right around a 7. I was feeling really good this night, and then I dropped down to about 80% of that, and I do a set of 10. And as you can see, my upper thoracic, not my upper thoracic, but just my upper back tends to collapse a little bit. And we have something that you're going to see in the next training footage that is going to take care of that. After that is marches. This is 600 pounds on the plate loading pins, which I threw my hanging scale and actually weighed how much 600 pounds feels on the hips, and it's right around 360 pounds. During Strongman Saturday, which you can see my other training partners, they're actually doing Strongman Saturday. I obviously can't do log, and so instead of doing log, I do these banded SSB squats. And then here is the in-depth TRX routine. The first thing is these lean backs, and this is actually really hard to do. It looks stupid, but it's super difficult to do. It's really hard on my shoulder and on my triceps. Then on these rows, if you watch, I'm really focusing on like pulling my shoulder blades, like retracting my scapula so that the scapula is together before I actually initiate the lift, and then allowing my shoulder blades to completely pull apart in the very bottom of the lift. And then these are tough. So facing the anchor point, this is I can't make this up. Like, it is really tough to do with my right hand. The left one, obviously the left one didn't have surgery. It's not a problem at all. But I'm trying to pull away from the anchor point the entire time. And I have a really hard time with external rotation. Now, for these, I'm pushing into the anchor point, or pushing away from the anchor point, rather. These are actually really easy. I got no problem with these. It actually builds my confidence a little bit because I get my butt kicked on the ones where I face the anchor point. When I face away, these kind of, make me feel better about myself. This is a TRX plank. So I do this, I walk it back, and then I tend to just jiggle for like 30 seconds, which is a lot of fun. But with this, what I'm really focusing on is keeping my back engaged so that I'm pushing away from the straps the entire time. And then these push-ups, this is the most mobility I've gotten. For whatever reason, I was feeling great on this Strongman Saturday, and so I was able to get a lot of depth. Now, I know that they're only 45-degree push-ups, but you know what? Small victories. The fact that I'm doing these is just amazing to me. It feels great. Like I said in the intro, it feels great to be able to do any sort of resistance exercise anymore with my upper body. And then these rows, these feel great as well. So one of the things I need to focus on a little bit more is keeping like a hinge. So keeping my hips and my shoulders on line. This I did better than when I was at physical therapy, but it can still improve a little bit. And then last but not least, so check this out, I did reverse hypers. It was really difficult to do, but I can bend my shoulder up so I can like turn my arm up enough to actually be able to grab the handle. Now I'm mainly supporting my body with my left arm, which there's a lot of torsion that's like ripping me down to the left, which you can actually see in the video if you look close. But I was able to do hypers. And I just got this new foot roller in, which I'm releasing a video just later this week on the assembly of that and how it looks and my initial impressions on it. But this felt great. And again, that's it for the training footage for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you want to see something different or you got some other ideas for me, comment down below. All right, welcome back. So that's weeks 5 and 6 in the book. As you can see, got some really good shoulder mobility going on. I mean, check it out. Almost straight up. Yes. I do have some issues with external rotation, but I'm stretching, doing some work with that. Really looking forward to getting some amazing recovery. If you like this video, please give me a like down below. I really do pay attention to those. It's weird. I never thought I would pay attention to those, but I do. Please like the video. If you haven't subscribed, hit me up with a subscribe. I mean, the worst that happens is you get notified. If you hit the bell, you get notified that I released a video. Other than that, in weeks 5, 6, 7, and 8, look forward to some different training modalities. I'm gonna probably start trying to work out how to do lunges with a belt squat just because I can't really do much else. And I'm really gonna start focusing on my left-hand grip work. All I can do right now is captain's a crush with my right, but I'm really gonna start focusing on some new stuff, whether it's pinch blocks or some crazy madness. I'd really like to get the Rogue anvil. So if Rogue sees this and they wanna send me that anvil, I mean, you'd be hooking up a guy who can't use his right arm right now. Just saying, probably not gonna do it, but hey, it was worth a shot. But other than that, I appreciate each and every single one of you that tune into this video and watch it week in, week out, week in and week out. And I'll see you guys next week.